It's not a typo, it actually saves you money. It's not, you're not burning cash. Okay? I'll tell you, this is also interesting in the sense that we've done this with multiple other companies as well. That when you don't have your fundamentals in place, when you don't have your why story, when you don't have your branding in place, the key reason why you're here or why you're doing what you're doing, you keep reinventing the wheel all the time. I even know a company which has been around for about 10 years. They've had 12 versions of their website. 12. I'm not kidding. 12 versions. Every time there is a new person coming on board, or if something changes, or if there's a new marketing head, suddenly they're like, oh no, this is what we are really all about. We need to change this. So in 10 years, they've had 12 different websites. So each time you're burning cash, each time you're actually reinventing the wheel and redoing everything, and you will continue to do so because you have nothing to hold on to. Right? I'll also tell you one more point in terms of how this helped Dream a Dream as well in terms of saving money. The other thing is in terms of being able to utilize technology better. Here's something very interesting that happened at Dream a Dream again. They have a good network of volunteers. Close to 2,000 volunteers they have in their list. The only way they communicate with them is through a newsletter. So far, I mean, pre-2012 this is. Now, they have no clue how many read it, how many of this directly goes into trash or spam, how many even react to it, because they don't get any response. So there is a volunteer engagement team that spoke to us and said, how can we make this newsletter a little more interactive? People read, people respond. Can we make the content better? Can we make the design better? And we again, the typical thing would have been to redo the newsletter and say, let's make it really cool and have brilliant design and brilliant content so people will respond. But we took one step back and said, what is it that we can do differently to be able to enable this for them? Now we realized while we were working with Dream a Dream that they're a very fun organization, extremely fun. I mean, the employees have a good time. They're all there, very passionate people. I'm sure most NGOs are, but they have a lot of fun while doing their work. Now, volunteers who are part of the system also are there because of that aspect. So we said, why don't we extend that thought? That's also part of their why story if you really look at it. How do we extend that to this problem that they have in terms of not being able to communicate? So what we did was we gave them a platform, like a virtual social network of sorts. We created. So there is a dreamadream.me that they have, which is restricted. Only volunteers have access to it, which is just like Facebook, right? You can update your pictures. This is kind of how it looks inside. You may not be able to log into this because it's only restricted to their employees. So you can update your status, pictures, videos, whatever. Suddenly what happened was that last count we had about 900, almost 900 members in this. And they're all sharing information. If they've gone for a camp over the weekend, they're taking pictures, they're taking videos, they're uploading it. If there is something interesting that they want to share about a learning that they've had, they're writing a blog about it. Now, the newsletter is suddenly transformed into a two-way. In fact, content is being generated by the volunteers themselves and not the organization. So the whole thing has changed and it's become a lot more engaging in nature.